Good morning, everybody. It's February 9th, 8:11 a.m. The market's gonna open in 19 minutes. We got the Nasdaq up here. Should not be any technical issues today. Everything's looking like it's running pretty smoothly. So let's pop open the daily, take a look at what's going on. We'll start with our higher time frames like we do. Pull up the pen here if that wants to work for me. What do we got going on? We need to, let's see, I'll take off a couple of these levels here. This red line was the 20 SMA on the daily yesterday, which has now moved down a little bit. You can see it down here at 14,781 or 14,781. We're moving through that on the daily. It is, looking bullish, even though we're in a downtrend. You can see here. We're now doing this this retracement. This may be a breakout to the upside as we've broken through this downtrend line. Price, as we pointed out yesterday, was bouncing off the backside of it. This line, which I can draw here. You can see how price was kind of using this now as support. What was resistance is now support. And now we're starting to move up a little bit. So yesterday we had an impulse to the downside. We had an impulse up first, then an impulse to the downside. Very choppy yesterday. I was flat. I think I lost $5 yesterday. It was a super choppy day. It looked like a lot of people kind of struggled yesterday, just looking at comments and a couple emails I got. So yeah, yesterday wasn't a great day. It does look like we're moving again, up a little bit. I'm bullish. Optimistically bullish on it. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Optimistically bullish on it, but cautious of it because we're still in a general downtrend. It's trying to make that move to the upside. It'll be interesting to see where it closes today. It'll just be interesting to see what it does today, I guess. Let's see. If we do start moving up, we still have this, I think, pretty big resistance area here. In the upper band on the daily is going to be big time resistance. If you were bullish, and I think I pointed this out yesterday, if you were like a swing trader, you were looking to hold maybe the triple Q. Oops. If you're looking to hold like the triple Q for a few days, or even like micro contract on this thing, I think this would be your target up here at the upper band. I suspect this thing's going to pinch down to the 15,600. It may even pinch down here. This is just showing as the Bollingers pinch in. It's just showing that volatility is drying up a bit. And, we're not getting those big moves one way or the other. So this could also signal, a reversal. Typically, trends, this downtrend, it'll take it a while to make that reversal back up. So that could be what it's doing, and down here it's going to be super choppy. So that's might be kind of where we're at. And I do not trade well in these type of conditions. So that's something that I need to be mindful of. If you're a range trader, you probably would be better suited trading down here, shorting resistance, buying support. But it's not typically where I found my most success. But that might be something that I need to that I need to work on here. It's not or whatever. Exactly. So let's look over here on the 4 hour real quick. This is that downtrend line that we had on the daily. And we obviously broke through it. We're skimming off the back, moving to the upside. This would be probably our first area of resistance up here, second area, bigger area of resistance up there. We are pushing through the band here on the 4 hour. It'll be interesting to see where this 4 hour how this 4 hour candle closes in 45 minutes at 9 o'clock. To see if we close outside of the band and we have like a push, kind of like we had over here. We close outside and we push up some more. Or if we pin through it, we pin through the upper band and you get a reversal candle with a pin through the band, that would be a very bearish sign. And at some point the thing, even if we are bullish, at some point it's going to need to come down and come back up. And if you were a more patient trader, you'd be looking for this pullback right here, pullback, and then a break of that counter trend line, and then a move to the upside. That's kind of basic trading strategy on that. you were patient and waited long enough, that would happen. Move over to a 60-minute. Today is Wednesday. This is a weekly volume profile. So this has been calculating since Sunday night. You can see that we were ranging in here, and now we've broken to the upside on that. Where was yesterday? Yesterday was over here. I think this was yesterday over here. Yeah. You know, we broke these session lows, and yesterday I remember this, poked through, and then boom, came right back up. So super choppy. Looked like it was going to fall, and then obviously broke to the upside. One interesting thing we can see here, this is the 8 o'clock candle, very bearish reversal candle at the top. There is this LVN here. This may want to hold. That LVN, this is going to be support down here at 14,800 at the 20 SMA. We can draw a couple of trend lines on this to keep an eye on. One is just going to be the basic uptrend line. And then I'm also going to mark out the 20 SMA here on this. I think if we broke VWAP, price may want to pop into this area. We were going to pull back, and then this would be, your target as far as taking a short, or it would be an area you would look to go long. I think the next area of support for it, I think, would be all the way down. You can see this LVN right here. Oops, this LVN right there. That's going to correspond with the bottom band plus the 200 SMA plus point of control on the weekly. So I think this area down here would also be another major area of support. And it just so happens to be 14,700, a nice 100 number, but that also goes all the way down to 14,650. So that's a 150 point support area, pretty big, pretty big. Another big LVN down here to keep an eye on. So yeah, I think that this would be, you could try finding one of these areas of support, or what you could do is say price is going to pop, probably move through this area pretty easily. So this would be a short. This would be the trade I would be looking for, this short right here, rather than trying to buy it at some level down here and getting stopped out as price kind of breaks or spikes around or consolidates down here, which it's probably going to do. It's going to come down here and do something like that. Just take this drop real quick. That's what I would be looking to do. So that's probably going to be my trade that I would be looking at. A little bit of a counter trend trade because we're obviously in this uptrend, but yeah, I think that would be an area that I would be keeping an eye on. So just so that this blue box will also show up on my screens, I'll just draw that there for me. As I see price moving in here, that'll be my sell zone. It's got a long ways to go, but anything's possible. It might, or I'm not saying it's not going to do this and then just come straight back up. If we break highs when the market's open, I'd be looking to buy it up here. As we started moving up higher. But if we did get an impulse to the downside, if a thing did want to fall, that would be my kind of space that I'd be looking to take a short. I don't see, well, we can look at the 500 volume here real quick. This actually looked like a good buying opportunity. I saw over here on the 5-minute, you've got in pre-market, you've got, the move up, we're obviously moving up. We have this easy pullback down to the bottom of the band. We have a trend line, you break the trend line, you take it up, a little scalp right there for you, but it's pre-market. So price doesn't usually want to work the way that it's supposed to in pre-market, unfortunately. Plus this, but if market was open on this, if this was if this was like at 8, at 9:20 or something, I would definitely be taking that buy, taking it back up. Pre-market is different. So let's look at the 500 volume. We are positive on the day, positive over 1%. We are positive delta, 1,200, all the way up to 2,400 in pre-market. And we're above VWAP, so it's looking bullish. Again, I would only be looking to take this short down here if there was a major pull down. And now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer, is it going to move 150 points to the downside on the open? I don't know. Anybody who trades the Nasdaq knows that it can move around quite a bit. This would be, a pretty big move for it. So these are big areas of support. Trend line, VWAP, LVN here, 20 SMA, lots of support areas down there. I may just want to watch it move around and see what it wants to do, and then you know, trade local structure like something like this and buying it as it moves up. This may break lower because it's pre-market, but yeah. So that's kind of my thoughts on this thing this morning. I think it's, it's got a target up here. Where did we say the target? I don't know why. Let me see if this auto zoom is on. Auto scale, I'll take that off. There, boom, there. If you ever get your charts doing that, go and open up the indicators and make sure auto scale is turned off, or the chart's going to try to automatically fit in all your indicators and make the chart look super weird. Yeah, it's up at 15,000 might be a target for it. So I would say that if we start moving above 14,950, I think 15,000 would be in its sights, and then you'd want to get flat like at 14,990, because there's going to be some resistance up there at 15,000 just because of the number. So I mean, you could even look at buying at 14,930. Here at 931, maybe you get the impulse up on the open, although I've done that before in the past and gotten burned, particularly when it's overextended in pre-market already. You'll get a little pop like this, and then boom, it just relieves all that pressure and comes down, and then it'll move up. So that's a tricky trade right there to get, to try to buy it right here on the open. I'd probably just sit on my hands on that one. But yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on this thing. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Brent, hey, Verinder. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'll probably, I don't know. Yesterday's video was pretty boring just because it was so flat, and I don't think it really provided much value or content or really showed anything other than me just posting like my trades, which anybody who trades knows that, some days are just like that. Some days there's no fireworks. It's just, the grind. You're just taking small trades. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, and nothing's really working, and you're just kind of just trading, and there's nothing really exciting about it. So I don't know if those are really videos that I don't want to waste anybody's time on. So what I'll do today is record my trades, but record the trades. But if there's nothing that I think is really like educational or beneficial to anyone, then I probably won't post a video on it. But if something happens where I think it's something good to like point out or something that someone can learn from, then I'll make a video. The other thing I need to do is I need to make a video on my chart setup and like how I've had a ton of people email me just about how they can get their screen to look like this. I have all these charts on one screen really just for these videos. Before I would have these off on other monitors. Like I would have my higher time frames up on one monitor and then my lower time frames on another monitor. And I like to just glance at the higher time frames and do the analysis on the higher time frames, and then use the lower ones like the 1 minute, 5 minute, 500 volume as like my intraday scalping charts. And then these are kind of giving me my overall bird's eye technical analysis, the daily 4 hour and 60 minute. And so I like to glance at those just to see kind of what's going on. Like, maybe I was looking to buy this right now because it looked like a downtrend, but then I look at this hourly candle and I'm like, oof, that hourly looks really bearish. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to go long. But if I had an hourly candle like this with this same chart pattern here, I would say, yeah, this does look like a long right there. So, so the point of that was, this looks like a lot of charts going on, but I'm really looking just at a couple at a time, or really only one, trading. And these are really just for the video, so that when I make a trade, I can say, yeah, I bought it here or whatever, because look at the hourly over here and then look at this over here, and I can quickly reference other time frames to show you what I'm looking at, rather than having to switch screens or drag charts onto the screen and all that. But I will make a video, hopefully today or tomorrow, on how to get your screen set up like this, and I'll include the workspace template and all the chart templates, so you can just load that into your NinjaTrader environment, and it should just come up for you. If you don't have the volume profile, I don't know where you can get a free third-party volume profile. This one that I have is included NinjaTrader 8 with the lifetime license. You can probably buy a third-party volume profile, and maybe I'll look for one just to see if there's one out there. But I'm sure if you just Google search, volume profile NinjaTrader 8, you'll find lots of options. But yeah, I've never found a free one. You're probably gonna have to buy one. But I do know where you can get a free cumulative delta indicator, and I made a video on that, so that's in the videos on the channel. And yeah, so that's gonna be about it for me today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna get to my trade in this morning. Best of luck to everybody here. Yeah, if I do make any good trades, then I will post those later. If not, we'll come back and do another pre-market analysis video tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. See you.